I'll be right back after our intro. All right, we are on show 31. Okay, I apologize for being late. I just got some very, very, very disturbing news. All right, let's see. Yes, I'm glad to be here. Hi, John Dylan. I don't know if that's from today. I think it is. Hey, Harrison. Hey, John Dylan again. This is her first time here. Hey. Okay, Harrison, I was already given a thumbs up. Thank you, you guys. If you're coming in, when you give us the thumbs up, it helps push the information out to others. Okay, they will get a notification that we're on, but it helps push it out. Let me get through these. Okay, sure how to get sound. Okay, so I hope you can hear us now. Okay, don't forget to give the live. Thank you. Doing life with Mama, yes, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Welcome to all my guests. I see some of you. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on a second, you guys. Appreciate. Can you give me some water? Okay, let me see. Hey, doing life with Mama G. Okay, prayers up to you. Gina is that's Gina. Okay. Okay, I appreciate that, you guys. All right, I got through the comments. So again, I apologize for being a little late. I'm not lying to you, right before I went on. I was going on, maybe about 11:57. I got some bad news that my cousin just passed. And so this is the thing. What I was going to talk to you guys about today actually deals with the reason that he passed. And I literally have been preparing this all week. And so I'm saying that to say this, that one thing I've learned about this journey is that all we can do is just give the information. That's it. All we can do is give it. And that's why I always say is that you have to resonate with what I'm saying. You have your spirit literally has to resonate with what I'm saying. Okay. And when it resonates, our spirits align. Now, what I have seen this week, I've seen a lot of people go into a negative energy space. They are allowing what is happening externally to affect them internally. And therefore, they are putting out negative energy. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, my heart. Oh, thank you. Heartfelt concern you and your family. Prayers and peace and comfort. Yes, I appreciate that. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much, Donna G. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you, Jasmine, again. Okay, so and I'm going to start off with this because this is the part that really gets me. Because we have to begin to elevate our consciousness. Now, I have seen a difference just this week in the behaviors of the people. I'm noticing this week people are more snappy, people are more on edge. And what happens is that, and you have to understand, is that de facto knows how to push our emotions in one area, push their emotions, not my emotions, because I'm awakened. Okay. I already know the BS that they bring forth. But they are masters in putting those who are low vibrational into different aspects. And you have to be aware of that. They know what to send to your social media to begin to heighten your emotions. For example, there are some pieces of social media I will not watch. I will not watch. I don't watch people fighting. I don't watch very gory, like accidents and stuff like that. I don't like to watch things that make me unnerved or scared. Thank you, baby. That make me unnerved or scared. I don't, because I don't like my emotions to go there. You have to control your emotions. And it's the same thing when we're talking about, handling your life, handling your business. Okay. Thank you, John Dylan. Okay. So you have to know how to stay in tune with your mind, your soul, and your spirit. Now, I'm saying all that to say this, and I'm going to tell you in a second that again, what I plan for today, it is just it's mind boggling to me to know that my cousin, I just got word that he passed just a few minutes ago, and I've been preparing this all week for you all week. Okay. Thank you. Let there be life at Dr. Sherry. Don't believe the hype. Absolutely. Don't believe it. Do not believe it because, and you have to be awakened to do that. And that's why when you all know that I do the, every fourth Friday now. So if you haven't tuned into my orientation on understanding this, you need to. It's every fourth Friday now. Okay. It's every fourth Friday, on Zoom. Okay. You can go to, go to New Status New Life. Oh, it's down at the bottom. NewStatusNewLife.com to register. Okay, once again, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't given thumbs up, give the thumbs up, because if you notice when you give the thumbs up, it kind of pushes it out, because this is very important what I'm about to say, and we really want the masses to hear this. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so let me go back. I'm trying to figure out where I need to start this, because I don't want to go too far back, but I do need to go back. I do need to go further back, because I need y'all to get it. We have to elevate our conscious, and this is the space that we're in now. We have to begin to elevate our conscious and understanding who we are. If your conscious state and understanding of who you are starts at that King James Bible, you're not getting it. And I don't care if I'm stepping on toes that are Christians and all of that. I don't even care about any of that stuff anymore. Okay. So if you're going to be offended by this, then you sign off, because I'm telling you, you're going to have to deal with this at one time or another. You're going to have to deal with this. Your existence does not begin and is not involved with the King James Bible, because you have to get an understanding of who King James was. So if you don't understand who he is, it's a problem. Okay. Your existence does not start or end there. So if you haven't done anything, if you are considering yourself putting your whole existence in that Bible, okay, if you're putting your whole existence in that Word document that has been validated by the de facto, I need you to wake up to that. Now, let me also stress this point right here, because some of you might be saying, oh my gosh, I am not going hard on some of the things that have been included in it, because some of the stuff that's included in it is truly what we should be living by. Okay, so don't get my words twisted what I'm saying here. But what I need you to understand is who did it, who he was, and understanding that he is also, King James also wrote the book Demonology. So you have to understand who the author is. Okay, this is very, very, very important what I'm saying to you. All right, thank you so much, Miss Inmas. Don't forget to give the like. Thank you. I need to just keep that up, doing life with Mama J. Harrison, that's right. Give those thumbs up. Okay. Now, when you understand your existence and elevating your consciousness, you'll begin to understand that how can anything be created that already existed? Just digest that for a minute. I need you to just digest that for, because your brain probably just said, what? How can something be created that already was? There is no beginning, there is no end. Okay? So when you elevate your Christ consciousness, you understand that you surpass anything that a book has to say about you. Your beginning goes way beyond anything that was ever written, anything that was ever videotaped, anything that was ever put in books and newspapers. Your existence surpasses all of that. And the information that I am sharing with you, yes, you can use it to defend yourself in court cases and all of that. This is why I always say you have to know who you are. Okay. So when we take it back to our existence in creation and understanding who we are, we understand that when the baby is born and when the baby is in the gestational period for 9 months and it comes into this existence we call earth, there is no division. There is no such thing as Catholic, Baptist, Methodist, Buddhist. There's no existence of any of that stuff. All of that begins to brainwash the baby into teaching them how to begin to divide. There's no such thing as any of this stuff in creation. The spirit never dies. The spirit never dies. It never dies. The body dies, but the spirit never dies. And so when that baby soul, Genesis 2:7, because I told you, it's not the book, okay? It's what the author tried to do to the book to manipulate us. So you got to begin to sift through that book to understand what you got to keep and what you got to throw away, which was being used as manipulation and what was not. Because they took information from our ancestors and placed it in there and twisted it and used some of that stuff for manipulation. You guys, all of this has been already validated that there's already over 20,000 errors in there. Just yesterday, I was talking to my boyfriend, and he actually said, if people just think for a minute, we can just literally start with Genesis. And this blew my mind because I never thought about it from this standpoint. He said, just start from the beginning with Adam and Eve. And I was like, okay, I'm starting from the beginning with Adam and Eve. And then he said, how many children did Adam and Eve have? And I said, okay, 2, Cain and Abel. He said, then if you go just a few chapter or 2 down, he said, all of a sudden, it was only Adam and Eve. They had 2 children, Cain and Abel. He said, where did these wives come from? I could not do anything but laugh. I could not do anything but laugh. Let me see what you guys are doing in the comments. With all the get understanding, nothing is created or destroyed. There you go. But when he said, where did the wives come from? He said, that alone tells you there's the first error right there, because these wives just appeared. So I'm not going to go deep into that, but it's important for what I'm saying today. So when you begin to awaken in your consciousness, going beyond and above what they have given to us, to understand who we are, you got to understand that thing right there and what it was used to, they tried to use it to do. And what has happened is that we are finding many being awakened from all over the place, from around the world. Okay, this is deep. So where did the other people come from? Exactly. You tell me, Shiloh, where did they come from? Because they just appeared. That's the problem. That's the issue right there. Okay. I mainly read the Sefer. Okay. Don't forget to give lives and thumbs up. Thank you guys, and subscribe. So this is what I'm talking about. We got to stop being manipulated and not understanding what this was meant to do. Okay. So when you begin to understand, it's the first thing. That's why we tell you to go back. Don't start at that king. Go back. All right. Now, so let me bring it forward to why I started with that. When your mind begins to awaken, when you begin to move to another level, another conscious state, that's why in the beginning, Genesis 1, y'all know I love Genesis 1, especially 26 to 27, 28, where it starts with, he created us in our light. He created you in our likeness. Okay. Our meaning is more than once. We are gods. We are Christ conscious. That's why they say we were the brother of Yeshua. Okay. We can get into that later because that's a whole little message right there in itself. Yeshua, and which we know to be Jesus. That's why they said that we were his brother. Okay. Oh, he was our brother. That's why that was stated, because we were on the same plane. Okay. We were on the same level. And this is what that word says. Okay. It's not anything I'm making. That's what the word says. Okay. In our image. So that means it to be or emulate Yeshua. That means we have to have a Christ conscious. It don't have anything to do with being a Christian. I remember when I became an assistant pastor, that was the first question I asked. I said, why are we calling ourselves Christian? It don't say that anywhere in this Bible. I was being awakened even back then while I was still in the church. And I was trying to have an understanding. I said, why are we calling ourselves Christian? I said, then I looked later on in the New Testament, and it says that is like a blasphemous word. They considered the word Christian to be blasphemous. And I couldn't get anybody to answer me on that point right there. And I didn't want to be a part. So it was during that time, this was years ago. It was during that time I said, well, I'm not calling myself a Christian anymore. I'm calling myself a follower. And that was the beginning of me understanding who I was. And so what am I following? I'm just following the consciousness of doing right and being right and loving my neighbor as I love myself. I'm just following the ways that we were instructed to do, which is all good. So when you begin to kind of simplify that and begin to apply that, it makes it simpler in understanding who you are, okay? And understand how to move about. Now, let me move to the next phase of this. When you become awakened, when your mind goes to another level, you'll begin to get downloads of information that doesn't make earthly sense. All right. So if Cain was sent to other lands, whom were the people he encountered if they put a mark on him to kill him? Oh, Shiloh, you're going real deep. We're going to have Bible study to get there. I told a friend the same, that I don't title myself as Christian, but a believer and servant of the Most High God. Yes, she was not having it. That's fine. And you know what? What is it? Doing life like Mama? I think this is Gina. And you know what, Gina? That's what I'm telling you. They don't have to have, because you have to get. It's not that we are stating that we're smarter, we're better. We're not saying that. What we're saying is that this is the truth of who we are, because we go back into the creator space when we pass. We enter that space here and we go back to that space. So I need those that are moving forward to begin to have a conversation with me about before you were in your mother's womb, what was going on. I don't want to start at the birth, the born date. I don't want to start anymore at the Bible. I'm not starting there. No, we're going to have conversation about what was going on in the creation. Okay? Because when you understand that powerful step and that powerful phase of who we are, this is what you can kind of bring down in this earthly realm to understand. Listen, I am a God. Okay? I am a representation of all power, all knowing, all everything, because it was granted to me by our creator. And I learned, and I know how to manifest that, to bring it from that spiritual realm into this earthly existence, where nothing you can do, nothing you can say can stop me on my path, because I am spiritually and wonderfully made, and I'm spiritually and wonderfully guided. I get answers in my dreams. I get answers in my mind. I get answers on what I need to do to get out of situations. This is the power that we're discussing today. And if you don't know how to access that power, you're not going to make it in this realm. So now we're going to where I want to talk about today. Now we're going to what I want to talk about today. Because this week I have seen behaviors that are unbecoming of those that are status corrected. When you're status corrected, you're moving back to the state you were in when you were born, which is unto our creator. That spiritual connection right there, before anybody tampered with you, before anybody began to put these ideologies in your mind. Okay, before anybody began to tell you who you were that would bring you division, we move you back to that state. That means you have to start moving about as if you are in that state. You are untouched, untainted, Mind is of order, and you're moving in an honorable state. You're moving your life in an honorable state. And it is at that time when you begin to move in an honorable state, you will begin to manifest things that are in your power that you didn't even know exist. You'll be able to control courtrooms. You'll be able to control people that don't mean you any good. You'll be able to control doctors. You'll be able to control your finances. None of that stuff matters. When I told one of my daughters this week, or was it last week, I said, why are you worried about this being paid? I said, we don't worry. Money doesn't exist in our world. And sure enough, she got everything she needed to be taken care of. And a man, she was like, Mommy, I said, I keep telling you, it is not about the paper. Stop putting the power in the paper. Listen, we have power to move everything we need to move in our life. But when we take that power that we have and we say, oh my gosh, I got to have $500 by tomorrow, you forget it. It's over with, because you put your faith in getting $500 by tomorrow and not understanding that situation is done. And it's not even about getting fired. It's going to be done even without, because we know money is fake. You can't put anything that is of our creator, our the head of our lives, the author of our existence. You're going to limit and lower him down to you needing $500 tomorrow? Do you hear what I'm saying? You got to begin to get this mentally. You got to begin to understand this mentally. Go, Dr. Sherry. The Father's divine love equals yes. Yes, all the time. Let me see what Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh's deep, y'all. Y'all got to watch Shiloh. We be having some serious conversation. There were only 4 people on earth: Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Cain, and all these other people. So our people have yes. Okay, Shiloh. Let's deal with that for a minute. I told y'all Shiloh is deep now. Shiloh is in our school, so y'all need to go back and listen. He gives us so much meat that sometimes I have to say, "Whoo, I can only take these 2 posts today," because you want to resonate on the stuff that he puts in, because it really makes you think. Okay, Shiloh mentioned cognitive dissonance. Let's talk about what that is. And who was that said? Let me see. Let me go back up. I think it was Gina. Let me go back. I think it was this one. Not just a believer, but a follower. There are some the title themselves as Christians, they believe, but do not. No, that's not the one. Who was said that? Oh no, here it is. It was Gina. She put it in this message. She said, I told a friend the same, that I don't title as Christian, but a believer and servant of the Most High God. She was not having that. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. We're gonna take Gina's comment and I'm about to pair it with Shiloh's right here. Okay. So this is the thing. Shiloh talked about something called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a real disease, you guys. It's a real disease. So when people are given this type of information or anything that goes against how their mind was programmed when they got that birth certificate and the programming began at that point, if you go against anything they were programmed to do, their mind goes into a state of disbelief and they'll begin to actually fight you with words. And I have known I know of an incident that actually went to blows, not including me. Ain't nobody stepping to me, honey. I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't no happiness, because I know how to paralyze you in your steps mentally. Okay, let's get that straight right now. Okay, nothing and no one. I know how to paralyze you with the mind. Okay. But cognitive dissonance, when you get somebody that's faced with that, that means they'll start denying everything that you're saying. Their voice will start escalating, their eyes will start bulging, their neck will start rolling, because because what you're doing, you're shocking the programming. You're shocking it, and they can't take it. They cannot take it. Okay. And so you'll begin to be faced with that disease. You'll see that a lot of times in the courtrooms. That's what's going on with these judges that are screaming and threatening to arrest you, and attorneys over on the other side hollering and acting a fool. They are experiencing cognitive dissonance. This is what will happen when you're trying to explain this to your family or trying to explain this to your friends, and they are acting out of character. That is cognitive dissonance. Dr. Sherry is the second coming. And you know what? People don't understand, Shiloh. I'm glad you put that down there because when people don't understand, when they say being born again, this is what that means, you guys. Being born again just simply means being status corrected. That's all it means. You have to be literally born again. You notice they didn't say being birthed again. Did you know? Did you catch that? They said being born again. You have to be born again to begin to elevate your mind, to begin to get those powers, those manifestation powers, okay? To begin to heal yourself. You don't need a church to heal yourself. We've already been granted that. You don't need anybody to lay their hands on you. You don't need anybody to do a transference of healing. You don't need any of that. Only thing you need to do is what? Believe. But even believe, you have to believe, but we have to be careful about saying belief, because belief has what? The word in it? Lie, right? Belief has lie in it. We don't want to deal with anybody's belief. We need you to what? Believe, which is be live, okay? Or be live, whatever which way you want to put it. This is so important for you guys to get this. All right, so now let's transfer this over to what I'm talking about and how it goes into what we're talking about today and what I've been planning all week. Okay, so you all know my story, and if you don't, go back to something else because I'm not going to go through it today. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to give you summaries of it. So those know that I got into this in 2009, the understanding of natural living, status correction, all of that in 2009 because my father was dying of cancer. Okay. My father had colon cancer and he was dying of cancer. So I began to study to try to keep my father alive. Now you already know what I did with the berries, the soursop tea, the electronic shock machine, all of that. If you haven't, I'm sorry, it's somewhere. I just don't feel like going through it right now because I got to get you someplace. So when I learned of how to keep him alive, and it worked, okay, and he decided that he didn't want to do what we were doing anymore, even though we had the x-ray proof that what we did worked. Okay. The doctor talked him into going on a trial. And I tried to tell my father not to go on the trial, to keep doing what we're doing, but he elected to go with the doctor and was gone 3 months later. Why am I saying this? Because it is now public information that the cause of cancer has been found. And I'm going to put it in the comments. Now, this is the thing. When you begin to study this, I am telling you right now, if you Google it, they're going to take you around the merry-go bush. How you pronounce this is Fabiolapsis buskii. Fabiolapsis buskii. And this comes from, I got this from, of course, Justice Anna von Retz. I mean, she is a phenomenal woman, you guys. And I make sure I take time. She is one of the few that I listen to when they drop information, because it's like, I just stay guided. Sometimes I'll listen to her. Sometimes I'll listen to this over here. Sometimes I'll listen to that. Sometimes I'll go to my lunch break. I just go wherever I'm guided to go. And this is why I'm trying to tell you, this is such a spiritual walk. This is such a spiritual walk. So this has been proven. Let me look at my notes. Fabiolapsis buskii is an actual parasite. It is a bug that is in your system that eats you. So when they say that the big C metastasized, and is Antoinette in here? Is Antoinette in here? I think she is. I think I saw her. Antoinette, come put a comment in here if you're in here. I know Antoinette is in the medical field. I think I saw Antoinette. Let me scroll up. Well, if you're here, she'll put a comment in. So with this parasite, okay, It eats you. And I know my father had told my mother one time because he used to scream in pain. And she said one time she remembered him clearly stating, and it feels like something is eating me. My father said that. Okay. Dr. Sherry, are you the Messiah? No, Jesus said he will come as a thief in the night. So if you did not know that you were the Christ, everyone, you would have come as a thief in the night. I have come into some areas as a thief, that's for sure. Because I done messed up a lot of people. I snuck up on them. They didn't know what was hitting them. How about that? Who's that? Oh, there's Antoinette. Oh, good, 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 good. Okay, Antoinette is here. Okay, Antoinette, I need you to kind of I want you to comment on what I'm saying and what I'm talking about now, because she's actually in the medical field. Okay? All right. All right. And if you get any thought of what I'm saying, I wish I could bring you up live to go on the screen with me. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it right now. I'm gonna figure that thing out there. All right. So, Phobiolopsis busky. Let me put that back up here. Okay. Okay. Phobiolopsis busky. So, it is a parasite that it begins to spread. They say metastasize. No, it is the thing spreading and multiplying, just like you would have, what are those? Maggots. Okay. You know how maggots begin to spread and multiply? Okay. Kind of like the same thing inside of you. So, it's eating you. It's eating you. And the only thing that can stop it is a parasite killer. So, remember I told you that I was guided to give my father um, aronia berries, which are known as chokeberry. That's the nickname, chokeberry. Okay? The nickname is chokeberry. So, when I gave him those aronia berries literally choked the bad cells, okay? And it was building the good cells. Now, in this case, I'm able to understand it was killing the parasite, choking it. That's why those cells begin to decrease. But there is something that is on the market that you can get that will do the trick like this. And I'm going to put it in chat. Some of you are resonating with it. Some of you may not. And if not, I'll see you on the next live. Ivermectin. Okay. Now, this is the thing. When you begin to Google ivermectin, you're going to see pictures of horses come up. Pictures of horses. You guys, when I tell you the de facto has done a great job in dumbing our mind down, it is unbelievable. Oh, see? Okay. Now, this is where I need you to pipe in, Antoinette. Let me see. Solomon used that bug to build Tartaria. I told y'all Shiloh don't be playing around. Shiloh does not, I'm telling y'all right now, Shiloh does not play around. This man is a walking library. I am not kidding you. Shiloh is a walking, when I'm telling you, when him and I, we had those discussions on our book clubs, what have you, we just be bouncing off each other, just bouncing off each other. It is unreal. So if you're in the school, go back and to listen to some of those book clubs, okay? And listen to the discussion between us. It's unreal. It's unreal. All of what you're saying is true. See, I told you. And Antoinette she gonna tell you. She gonna tell me if I'm going left field or if I'm on right field. That's why I want her to come forth, because if she validates it, she is going to let you know. Oh, nope, that ain't it, shit, Dr. Sherry. Oh, that is it. She gonna let me know. So I'm trying to tell you. And who was that said? And I think that was who was that said they had some? Who is that? Look, Gina says she has some. Isn't it something to know it's just that easy, you guys? Ivermectin kills the parasite. Now, this is the thing. I don't want you to do this over-the-counter stuff. I need you to find your nearest health store. I need you to find your nearest health store and make sure you can get stuff through the health store, okay? And see who their supplier is, because I don't trust the de facto. Make sure that it's resonating with your spirit and your soul. If somebody is experiencing this in your family, or you know of somebody, and again, they have to trust the process, you guys, because that's what happened with my father. He didn't trust what had happened. He didn't trust that it was spiritually given to him. He was experiencing cognitive dissonance. Okay? That's why all of this is important. Okay? That's why everything that I'm saying, it has to resonate with you. When I do those TikTok lives and people are on and off and on and off, in my mind I say, you ain't ready for this information. You're not ready. So if you're sticking with me today, you're ready to receive and you're ready to move to the next level with this. Interesting info. What's the word you say again? Okay. Remember I told you what I just say, Jazz, you got to be very careful because who owns Google, you guys? Who owns Google? That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to be careful because they are going to give you what they want you to know. How about DMSO and MMS combined with IRA? I don't know about anything about DMSO and MMS, but if you're in our school, put that on the wall, and I'm sure Antoinette might, or anybody else in healthcare might respond to that. I don't have any clue about that. Jasmine, and what's the name of that parasite you mentioned? Okay, I'm going to put it back up. It's called, but be careful about Googling it because the de facto owns Google, you guys. So when I'm telling you, this is information. This is why I started the way I did. This is why I started this whole live today the way that I did, because you have to go to another realm spiritually in your mind to receive the information from our creator in that heavenly realm to now bring that information to the earthly realm. I was explaining to somebody the other day, you got to understand there are two groups of people that are on this earth. And we're not one. No, the hell, no, we're not. We are not of one. We're not. I don't care. I don't want to hear that anymore. I am not of one with these devils. Okay? It is two groups of people. It is people that are awakened and understand who they are, and it's people that's not. That's why the word says, I told you, everything in that Bible is something you got to understand what to keep and what to throw away. That's why it says we have to separate the tare from the wheat. It clearly says that. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So where I start, that is the same place I will finish. And that's how it is in court cases. Where I'm starting with you devils, that's where I'm going to end with you too. Okay? You got to understand. All right, let me see. Now, did you get it? I had never heard of MMS and all of that. Okay, wait a minute. Antoinette's putting something in, I think. Oh, she's saying no. Okay, I think that's to you, Sosa Nelly. I hope I'm saying that name right. So I think I got that right. Nelly. Can I just call you Nelly? I think I got that right last week, though. Okay, she's saying no. Okay. So if you're in our school, you need to let's kind of massage that. Okay, Jonathan saying excellent info. Russell, is soursop as good as Ivor? That's what I gave my father, and that could be your daily regimen, Russell. Okay, I mean Howard, you're Howard. Yeah, that could be your daily regimen. Like for example, y'all know my mom is 82. My mom, let me see when my mom was born. She was in 1942. My mom will be 83 this year, right? My mom will be 83. Every morning I make sure that I make her turmeric shots. And so we put turmeric, ginger, natural honey, okay? Lemon juice. So this is the thing. That's where our challenge is because I want to get the lemon juice out of the lemon, but we just get the real lemon juice base, which I know I don't like doing that because I really need the natural lemon, but that's what we use as our base right now. And cayenne pepper. So we do the turmeric, the ginger, the cayenne pepper, the honey, and the lemon juice, and mix it up. And every morning I make sure my daughters and my daughters are in the several states. I've showed each one of them how to make it and make sure that they take it. And it doesn't taste nasty, you guys, but just a shot every morning. Okay, that's important. Okay, let me see what Jasmine's saying. Agree with that. Yes. Okay. Okay, Nelly says thank you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah, get with Antoinette on cat. Okay, ivermectin is potent enough. See, I'm telling you, I told you she was gonna keep us straight, you guys. Harrison says, Bible, throw out the bathwater. Yes, Harrison. Yes. Okay. Now, let's take all of that and let's pull this into our daily lives with your living arrangements, your mortgages, your debts, your cars, your trying to travel, wanting to bring your cars out of the registration. Now, is this still a fight? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yes, it is. It is. We are still experiencing people losing houses, being evicted, cars being repossessed. We are still experiencing this from that devil, from the enemy. We still are. Now, will eventually it work itself out? Yes, it will. But I don't know how long that will take. Now, let me just say this. Will some of us still be uncomfortable for a minute? Possibly so. But this is why I'm trying to tell you, when you push past this earthly space and you push up, you're going to be taken care of. Now, an answer will be given to you because they will never win. They will never win. It might look like they are, but for the long haul, they're not. They're not. And I seen the other side of this too? I have. Absolutely I have. In my own life, I've seen it. Okay? But I just want you all not to be in panic mode, because this week the de facto pushed. I can tell that they pushed because people are panicked. They pushed this week. I can tell every time they push. I can tell every time they push because the phones, my teams are going crazy. People are being disrespected. Now, I'm not going to take disrespect to the teams, you guys. That I'm not going to take. Now, that right there, that's where I draw the line with a lot of people. When I see you start disrespecting people that are volunteering, nope, we're not having that. And I will check you. Wherever I am in the country or in the world, you gonna hear from me, okay? Because remember, I told you, we gotta love each other. We gotta love our neighbor as ourselves. We gotta have a Christ-like conscience. We are on the same level with Yeshua. We have to move how he moved. Okay. He gave us an example of that. So if we're moving like that, we're not being disrespectful. Yes, times may be penetrating, things might be happening that we don't want to happen, but it doesn't mean I need to move into a space of disrespect. And when you move to that space, that means you don't get it. That means you're not getting it. That means you're not having an understanding of who you are. Okay. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Uh, did I get this from Sarah? It's old school. My great grandmama used to take it. See? I healed my cancer. It is documented. See, I told y'all Shiloh is off. Shiloh is off the darn chain, you guys. I'm trying to tell you. You know what you should do if you're in the school. You know what you should do if you're in the school. Go up to the search. Go up to the search and just type in Shiloh's name and get you some coffee or some tea or whatever you like to drink. Okay, I don't care if it's some wine. Get you a notepad. Turn off the TV and just scroll all the way back to the beginning of Shiloh's post and come forward. I ain't lying to you. Oh my gosh, Jasmine, I gotta meet with you. My landlord embezzled my funds and want to further discuss it with you. Gonna email Dr. Yeah, we have eviction classes. We got information on foreclosures too, where they have agreed to put you in a remedy program. We got the codes and everything. They agreed to put anybody experiencing foreclosure in a remedy program, and nobody talks about it. Antoinette, soursop and ivermectin, they are not one and the same. Think of it as ibuprofen and Motrin. Okay. I need soursop. Yeah, soursop was good. Me and my mom, we gave it to my dad 3 times a day. We made sure he had his tea 3 times a day with those smoothies. No, let me take that back. He took the smoothies 3 times a day, and he drank his tea throughout the day. We kept him with that soursop tea throughout the day. As he finished the cup, we would make sure he had another cup. So he kept the tea in front of him all day long. Don't forget to go. Oh, give a like. Yes, thank you. I'll be forgetting, Miss Gina. Thank you so much. And subscribe. Yes, y'all, and subscribe to all of my social media. Now listen, I already gave y'all heads up. I put just the stuff of me going with my hanging with my daughters, grandbabies, and then now and then I'm gonna drop a bomb because I can't have my whole social media with this stuff because they'll try to shut me down. I done seen this happen to too many of my people that I follow. Okay, they shut them down. They have to start a whole new account, and y'all know some of my accounts got some serious followings going on. I don't want to mess that up. So follow me, just watch what I'm doing in life. Blase, 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 blase. Boom, I'm gonna give you some information. That's how I'm doing it. Follow me, watch me. I'm drinking cocktails on the beach, whatever. Blase, blase, blase. Boom, I'm gonna give you some information. So, like the Fabio Lopsis Busky, I actually dropped that to try to get hints. And I always say, read between the lines. All right, read between the lines. Okay, my grandmother planted a soursop tree in the islands. Okay, I grew up eating it. There it is, you guys. Okay, so you know, so you see what I'm saying? Everything that we tell you is we have been given the answers. We've been given the answers. We just have to learn and trust to implement the knowledge and not go into a space of cognitive dissonance. Okay? All right, now let me give you a little bit more information and then we are out of here. Oh my God, I've been on here almost an hour. Y'all know I don't talk that long. Oh my goodness. What? Don't talk that long. Woo! That is something serious going on. All right. So, this is the doctor. And I hope I'm getting his name right. I don't think I am, and I don't have my phone in front of me. So somebody check this for me. I don't know if Otto is OTO. I think it is, but somebody check it for me, then I'll change it. I want you to look at Dr. Otto Warburg, and they found this information right here in his 1931 research about Fabio Lopsis Busky. They already knew, you guys. They knew back in 1931 that cancer is a parasite. People don't die from cancer. People die from the parasite eating their organs. That's what they die from. Okay? So understand. Let me know if I spelled his name right. I think I did. If not, somebody check it for me. Because I don't have my phone here. And I had checked it on my phone, but I left my phone. Okay? So somebody check that for me. Make sure I got that name right. So this is the thing. So the parasite eats your organs. It eats your liver until it shuts down. It eats your kidneys until the kidneys shuts down. It eats your lungs until the lungs shut down. So when any of these major organs begin to shut down, that's what kills you. It's not the cancer. It's not the parasite. It's the parasite eating the organs that kills you. So you have to understand that. Okay, did I get that name right? Okay, nevertheless, Dr. Sherry, you hold the everlasting keys, law, terms, and status correction. You are prophesized. I can prove it. Oh, Shiloh. And or the radiation poisoning. Yes. And that's what they do. They trick you to think the radiation is going to kill the parasite, and the parasite just eventually comes back if the parasite is not killed. I actually have a parasite cleansing right now that I'm going to take my family through. It's actually pills that we have to take. I actually got it from a place called Nourish. So if you're in the school, I actually go to our health hacks. If you go to our health hacks course, go inside of there and go to the folder that's labeled shop, I believe. Or where is shop? Is shop in there or is shop? I think we have shop in a couple places, but we do, I think. But anyway, in health hacks, go to shop, and I have Nourish's information there where you can actually order their parasite cleanser. All right. The wicked can't make money if they actually heal you. Exactly. And that's what it is. It's all about what? For see to the de facto, it's all about what? The fake money. Oh, there it is, you guys. Thank you, Gerald. Is that it right there? You guys, I'm gonna keep his up. Somebody fact check me. Y'all know I don't like to fact check in Google, but we can fact check this. Oh, okay. Everybody's saying Otto. Okay, so let me go back up here and change mine. Okay. Oh, I can't change it. Can I change it? Let me see. Can I edit? No. Okay, so let me put it's just okay, just two T's. Okay. All right. So I'll put thank you, Gerald and Nelly. Okay. So that's it right there. It's and I'll type it again. Dr. Two T's, Otto Warburg, and it was his 1931 research. Now, you might not find this on um you might not find this on Google, you guys. So now you know what to look for if you have to physically go into a library. Okay? You might have to physically go into a library, but you have it right there. You have everything you need now. Okay? So now you see why I said for me to get news a few minutes before coming on here today that my cousin just passed of cancer. Now you see what I'm talking about. And I've been talking and putting this information out for years, you guys. I literally have not just him, but I've had other members in my family that have been diagnosed with cancer, and I say it and I tell it and I share it, and I have to get to a point that it's okay. And the same with my father. I screamed and I hollered in that doctor's office. I wanted to kill that doctor. Oh, I can't use that word on I wanted to unalive. Oh Lord, they better not mess with my monetization on this. But I wanted to unalive that doctor. And I could not. I couldn't touch him. I just had to sit there and take it. And I knew he was lying. I knew it. And my mother yanked me out and yanked me out of that office and she said, let him go. Everybody has free will to live their life how they want to live their life. And she was right. She was right. And I've never forgotten that lesson. I've never forgotten that incident. And I didn't know during that time that that same experience will be thrust forward in the future to help so many people, right? To help so many people. Don't forget to go. Oh, I keep forgetting. Oh, thank you so much, Gina. Thank you so much. So I got one more thing to share with you, and then I'm out of here. Y'all know I'm over my time today. Now y'all know we don't do any hours on here. Oh my gosh, Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Take the wheel. All right, let me see. I'm typing it in. All right, so you see how you go out, what happened? You see they keep putting all these chemtrails in the sky, these little lines in the sky. Those are chemtrails. Okay, they have a 1-800 number that they want you to start reporting all chemtrails. So if you see chemtrails up in the sky, wherever location you are, call that number and report where you see it because they are now starting to crack down on these chemtrails, which is poison that it's coming from that onto into the air that we breathe. Okay, write that number down because I tell you, I took my mom on a vacation not too long ago, and I looked up in the sky and I saw it was like they were playing tic tac toe in the sky, and I was like, look, Ma, I said those are chemtrails. And she's like, is that what that is? I thought they was cloud formations. I was, no, they are not hardly cloud formation. They are not hardly cloud formation. Those are chemtrails. So you have the number to report the chemtrails. All right. Now, the last announcement, you're probably wondering, did you hear anything on the global? Anything happening with the global bank? The coordinators had a meeting last night. I am waiting for it to be uploaded so I can give you guys update on what's happening with that. So apparently it's going to happen in the school because we're not going to meet again till next week. Okay. So when I hear update, I put it in the school. If you haven't had a chance to join our school, you guys join our school, newstatusnewlife.com. You can go right into it. The school link is right there. And it's a lot of information that is behind the paywall because I can't put it out here. Okay. Some of the stuff I can't put out here. All right, I'm done for the day. Thank you, Antoinette. My condolences, Dr. Sherry. People are programmed to believe everything the doctors say without question. Doctors have a practice. Hint, the word Yeah, and they actors too. Naomi. It looks like rain clouds here in Florida. Okay. See? All right. So you guys, if you haven't before, thanks for the thumbs up, Donna. So if you haven't, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Share this one. This is a very important one today. So share it. Um, follow me on all social media. And this week in the school, I think we have an off week. No, this week, what is the day? Yeah, I think it's off this Sunday. Next week we go back to Bill University. Oh, Bill University was so good last time. So if you're in the school, head over to Bill University for April. Okay, it is opened up now. So you can go ahead and register to be a part of that. Oh, and I'm glad. That's why I'm on here a long time. I keep forgetting stuff that I need to tell you guys. All right, I have I've started I put this in here too. So if you go over to new status, newlife.com, it is there under events. We started the Freedom Forward program. Okay. So if you know of anyone that has been incarcerated, is incarcerated, on a victimless crime, that's the thing. I cannot assist anyone, or we cannot assist anyone that has brought harm to someone. Okay. In any kind of way. So if you've harmed someone and there is a victim, there is an actual body, okay, that can actually say, you hurt me this way, that way, what have you. Okay. This is not the program for you. But if you are being convicted of a victimless crime, like say you were speeding, there was no victim, no accident, but you got 10 speeding tickets and they decided you needed to do jail for 3 years. That's a victimless crime. Okay. We had somebody in our school, he was in a sex sting. It was no victim. It was actually no body that was actually there because it was a sting. So they were setting them up. He beat the state of Texas and the FBI in that court case in front of a jury, hands down. So, and we've had other wins too. Okay, especially with the credit cards, Amex, Chase, all them. Listen, Discover Card, all of them little Bank of America, all of that stuff. Those are easy wins right there. So what I am telling you is, if you have a victimless crime, and you know somebody who is in a serious situation and it wasn't their fault and there was no victim, what have you, they need to join us on our very first Freedom Forward program. Now, for those that are in the de facto and you may be listening, if you try to come to our Freedom Forward program, be prepared to announce yourself, because we will be bringing forth the Bivens decision. This is just heads up to you, because you know y'all like to watch too, okay? Okay, you guys. Y'all know I'm silly, but I just had to give them the heads up. If y'all want to get some information on what we gonna do, just be prepared to announce yourself. If not, don't even attempt, because you know I can use that against you. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you so much, so much, so much. Okay. This was an important one today. All right. Until next time, I am signing off. Bye.